Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football. Back here at the West Columbia 7-on-7 state qualifying tournament. Here at the head coach of the Bay City Blackcats, Coach Robert Jones. And Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us before you kids get rolling today.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. We've been going against each other all spring. It's good to get out here and go against somebody on live. Our first SQT and see what we can do out here.
Yeah, I was gonna, you guys don't have the luxury of having spring practices, but I know during the athletic period, especially kind of after spring break, you start to kind of get into some more football stuff. You're going to get to see kind of these young guys really see where they are going against somebody in a different color jersey. Because, you can simulate competition in the spring, but I know they can kind of get monotonous. Those kids know each other really well, but when it's a guy in a different color jersey, it just adds a little bit of spice to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it just brings that competitive nature out, going against each other. Like you said, in the spring, we get going against each other every day. They kind of pick up the tendency. They know the number.
And know the plays, right?
So just seeing the kids get after and get after another team from other great programs that's here today and see what we can do.
Yeah, the roles we talked last year at the Needville 7-on-7, your team, the roles are kind of reversed. Last year, you were very offensive experience, young on the defensive side of the ball, and had a great year a year ago. This year, you're heavier experience on defense, and you're breaking in a lot of young guys on offense. So does 7-on-7, especially when you're breaking in a new quarterback, how big is that for you guys, and how much progress do you want to see out of your kiddos today?
Absolutely. Like losing Alex Estrada, our 3-year starter, passed for over 4,000 yards last year. We definitely going to miss him, but we got two young guys, Kamarian Wiggins and Jonas Edwards, they're battling out for the quarterback position. Two great athletes. They're going to both be juniors next year. So I think we're in good hands. Those guys just getting out here, getting chemistry, getting the timing down with the receivers is going to be a very big plus for us this summer. We're going to try to play as many games as possible. We luckily qualified one of the earlier SQTs. We're going to keep on playing throughout the summer because the more competitive, more reps these guys get, I think it's going to help us in August.
And especially for your quarterbacks, because I know you guys run your Friday night offense in 7-on-7. You're court those reading the safety, and just that chemistry with his receivers. That's going to be key, right?
Absolutely. When the more reps they get, the more throwing, the more timing, spacing. Running your route to open up somebody else, and it's putting the team before yourself. That's what's big to me and the kids understand that, and that's what 7-on-7. We've benefit from 7-on-7.
I'm gonna ask you, every coach, I've asked a couple of coaches this weekend, every coach handles 7-on-7 a little bit differently from how they watch the game. Some coaches are very laid back and relaxed and they're chill. Some guys are living and dying on every play, especially because they can't coach and they're so competitive. They want their guys to win. I think it's the first year head coaches and the guys who are young at being head coaches are really living and dying on every play. I'm not going to date you, but you've been a head coach for a few years now. I'll call you a veteran.
Yes, sir.
So how do you handle watching 7-on-7? Are you still living and dying, or is that are you keeping the competitiveness inside you for the most part?
For the most part, I'm going to keep the competitiveness inside me. I'm going to stay back. Like you said, when I first took over the program, getting it and trying to get it up started and trying to build the culture and all that, I was one of those guys that want the kids to dominate every play, screaming and hollering, even though, doing that type of thing. But now I'm kind of laid back, I'm saying, just let the kids make the plays. And when we come over at the end of the game, come over and talk to them, tell them the mistakes and just live with the plays. And it's just about getting the kids out there competing. This 7-on-7, I know it's church football, but it means something to the kids. And that's why we like to come out here and compete.
And you want to win, right? I mean, you're a competitive guy.
Absolutely.
If they're wearing Bay City on their shirt, you want them to win,
Absolutely.
Right?
We want to win every rep, every play.
There you go. Now, final question for you. Obviously summer strength and conditioning is big. Tell us, I know there's youth on the defensive side of the ball. Are there any specific position groups that hey, we still got some questions? We need some young guys to maybe come in, put that work in, and grow up a little bit over the summer to be ready in the fall.
Oh, absolutely. If I was to think of any position off the top of my head, it'd be the defensive backs. We had lost Matt Curtis and Isaiah Gonzalez, 2 4-year starters for us. And so we got some young guys, Javius Andrews, Yashiri Griggs, Chance Fullwood, those type of guys. They got to step up, and this right here is going to help them tremendously going into August.
All right. Oh, yeah, I've got one more question for you. That's not the final question. The Dave Campbell's crew comes to a game in Bay City, Texas. We get to a game over there at Memorial Stadium. Where do we need to go eat at?
You can't miss with K2 Steakhouse. If anybody knows anything about Bay City, Texas, K2 Steakhouse is the place to go.
What's your go-to order? What do you get, Coach? What's the Coach Jones special?
I get the fried chicken, green beans, and the mashed potatoes with gravy. You can't miss with those.
Do they have rolls? They bring the rolls?
Absolutely. They got a roll, big salad bar. You come in, you get the big salad bar. You fix your salad however you want to get it. And a big old glass of sweet lemonade for myself. That's my go-to.
There you go. Just don't get full off the rolls, right?
Absolutely.
Coach Robert Jones, head coach of the Bay City Blackcats. Coach, appreciate your time and appreciate what you do for student athletes.
Thank you for all that you do for Texas.
Thanks, Coach. Football.